Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Monikers. It is a party game for 2 to 12 players, and actually I played it at a party and really enjoyed it, so ended up getting a copy. There's a bunch of different versions. It seems like it's been wildly successful, and like the New York Times reviewing it and stuff like that. However, you may have already played Monikers by the name of Celebrity, which is like a pub party game where you write a bunch of celebrity names on a hat, on a piece of paper, drop it into a hat, pull it out, and then play the same game, especially if you're playing the longer version of Celebrity. I mean, it's identical. So that's interesting in and of itself. But what are you getting in here other than the rules? And I'll explain how to play in detail. But you're going to be getting a box of cards, and each card has, not all of them are celebrities, they're people, you know, like animal, like this one I just pulled out is Punxsutawney Phil, right? There's like a Siri, a bunch of different ones. It's got the name of something or someone, a description, which is good because it helps you, for those who might not know who Punxsutawney Phil is, didn't see Groundhog Day or whatever, who might not know who this is or what it is, and this really makes a difference. And this is an advantage over writing it on a piece of paper. And then a certain amount of points, which is also, you wouldn't have done in Celebrity with Friends. So I actually, even though I bring it up, I really think the game works, and this is a high value box. Like, this is way easy to pull out and play than trying to like write it down and do Celebrity. But what's the game? So you are going to break into teams, team game, and you are going to deal out like 10 cards to every player. Everyone looks at that. They get to pick 5 they like, and everyone puts all of it, both teams, everyone puts it all into a pile. So 10 cards, I pick 5 that are good, 5 that are bad, discard the bad ones, put the good ones in the middle. So I know what 5 cards are. No one else knows what those are. A little helpful, not that big of a deal. So they all go into the middle. You're then going to take turns as 1-minute rounds, and what you're trying to do is your team, while the other team watches, is trying to guess the cards. And so as a player, you're going to draw the top card from the group pile, and in the first round, you can say anything you want except for the name. So, Punxsutawney Phil, I might say the animal in Groundhog's Day, right? Like that would count. And so the other person can guess, or anyone on your team can guess, and they get wrong guesses. If they guess it right, you score it, it's removed from the deck, and you keep going. It's sort of like, what's that Ellen game, Heads Up, where if you don't want, like, you don't know the answer, you skip, or in like 100 other games. So you keep going for 60 seconds, you score your things. Okay, back to the other team, they do the exact same thing. Now, they'll probably cycle through the deck at some point and start seeing some cards that your team guessed, and guessed incorrectly. So they start gathering information. That's why you want to pay attention to other people's turns. Anyway, you keep on going, minute rounds, until both sides have their pile of correctly guessed things. Okay, you flip them over, you add up the points, you write that down, you see the 2 team scores, put them back together, shuffled up. Round 2. So in round 2, same thing, but now you can only use 1 word. And so what's really great about this game and these rounds is that as the game gets, like, it becomes harder and harder to communicate, but because everyone sort of is becoming familiar with the words in the box, or in the deck, you then like have an interesting things where maybe, you know, in that Groundhog Day example, I might say groundhog, and that might have been enough. That might have been enough originally. Like a different one would be like, say, Alexander Hamilton, and we had just gone in the previous round, someone describing the musical, and somebody guessed Alexander Hamilton. In this case, I might just say musical, and you might know. So that sort of awareness to the previous rounds and the guesses and the cards is part of how you score lots of points and what makes it interesting. So, same thing, get what we get right, you get other team, blah, 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 all of them have been used. Again, it's the same pile from the first round, score it up, add that on, put them back in the middle. Final round, you are pure charades. You can't say a word at all. So, like, now, people might know Punxsutawney Phil is in there, but you're not going to be able to say something. So you could be like, I don't know, like, and it really works. Like, no doubt it works. It is a blast to play. And again, there's this version. There's like a bunch of other versions you can buy. You know, I can't complain. And so, yeah, I mean, I think, and if you like Celebrity, this is like a really nice version of that game that's way quicker to play and, you know, has probably a better range than your friends are going to pick on paper. So really easy to recommend, a ton of fun, and just a good fun, any age, okay, there's a lot of reading, so you can't go too young. And these are like adult There may be even some adult things in there, but like not safe for work, but maybe if you have like a 6-year-old or 7-year-old, like you can't go too young with it. I'm curious. What does it say? 17 plus. Okay, so maybe there are a couple in there you'd be uncomfortable with. Look inside, see how your family wants, but you need to be able to read the card and understand. And not everyone is going to know who all these people are if you're 8. But it really does flex well. You know, great game with the parents and the, you know, like brother and parents and that kind of thing. So we played, right? These are older people, I guess. But anyway, that's Monikers. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.